worried that your content marketing is coming across somehow negative or needy, where it's pushing followers away instead of bringing them to you, your brand and its offerings? Well, after 10 years of being a content marketing for conversions coach, I've got some ideas that might be able to help you turn things around. First though, I gotta go downstairs and set myself up. Whew, lots of work going on down here. Hold on just a second, let me get situated. All right. Wait, can you actually be needy when it comes to your content marketing to the point where you're actually directly and or indirectly driving away both current and potential new followers? And what steps can you take to avoid this sort of messy marketing to begin with? Well, I've been an entrepreneur for 25 years and a content marketing for conversions-based coach for the last 10 of that 25 years. I've had thousands of students all over the world as my clients through all of that time. And let me tell you what, yes, you can totally be creating content that is needy, that comes across as desperate, and it's gonna push people away instead of bringing in the sales. So let's talk about what this stuff looks like and make sure we never do it, or if we've been kind of guilty here, never do it again. Good economy or bad economy, if you're an entrepreneur, you can often feel uncertain of yourself and your abilities, especially as a content marketer on your own behalf, because it's not like you're getting a steady paycheck from the universe. So you might feel very uncomfortable about that, which is normal, but what can you do or not do so that you aren't coming across as desperate for business when you write captions for social media posts or when you're doing a live stream? Well, you must be very aware that people are mammals and mammals are animals, and animals can smell fear and uncertainty like tainted pheromones. So do what you can when you're writing captions, recording videos, or going out on a live stream to ground and center yourself and just place the accent mark of your mindset on the people you want to help and serve through your business's offerings, instead of placing that accent mark on you so that you're worried about yourself, your business, your sales. When you're desperate for business, it's going to come across one way or another in the words you choose to write for social media captions, in the tone of your voice in a video or during a live stream. People catching your content or receiving it are going to sense that, and consciously and or subconsciously, they're going to be turned off. People buy from those they know, like, and trust once they're ready, willing, and able to buy. And if they feel on some level kind of put off or uncomfortable by you or your content, they're gonna bail. And of course, that means you won't get the sale. What to do instead? Again, focus on how your business's offerings are gonna help other people get out of pain and into pleasure. That's why entrepreneurs get paid, to help other people solve their problems. If you're confident about your offerings, that's going to come across in your tone of voice, in the words you choose to type up into social media post captions. If you're excited about the prospect of helping others, that's going to shine through. And since everyone's favorite subject is themselves and the problem keeping them up at night, they'll be drawn to you and not repelled by you. Codependency is often a behavioral condition where someone is not satisfied within themselves, and so therefore they become dependent on others to fill that yawning chasm of need when it comes to emotional and or psychological support. Sure, social media can give you a dopamine hit as a business owner when your business's social accounts gain subscribers, your email list grows, you get more views, more watch time, more comments, more engagement. And it's important that all that stuff grows. It's like putting deposits into the bank of KLT or know, like, and trust. And at that point, someone's more likely to buy from you once they're ready to. They've consumed a bunch of your content, saved it, shared it, downloaded it, followed you, maybe gotten onto your email list through the link in bio. They're ascending themselves in a relationship with you as the brand leader. So it's a very exciting time. But if you're all wrapped up in these positive analytics to the point where you have a bad day if your content doesn't perform as well as other pieces of content in the past did, that's no good for you if you're not careful mentally and or emotionally. And it can cause a downward spiral of desperation where you create content that just reeks of desperation, turning off more and more potential followers and potential customers. So please be mindful that analytics are just data. So if the data isn't that attractive for the last 24 hours worth of content you published, examine the data, use it to tweak your content, and be excited about the prospect of putting out new and improved content the next day that will be more likely to attract and please your ideal customer than the content that came before it. No big sweat, okay? When you don't trust yourself as a business owner who's also a content creator, you end up getting into analysis paralysis. And then you either don't put out content for long stretches of time, or you don't put out content consistently enough. Your social media accounts will appear to be dead or largely dormant. And of course, it becomes a downward spiral of fewer people following, fewer people engaging, fewer people get on your email list and or buy from you. Then of course you feel like putting out content even less. And it's a cycle that you must stop by choosing to publish every single day until you're bored about creating and publishing content. You're checking your analytics, but you're more calmer and grounded because you know it's all data that can just help you create better content. And you come from an abundance mindset that all of your content serves to build a relationship with your ideal customer, one piece of content at a time. You're all about them. You're not about you. How do you build value? Not by always posting a parade of product photos and a tsunami of sales announcements. Sure, you're a business, posting content like that is important for you to do, but when you're building value with content, it's often with relationship marketing type content that stars your products, but the accent mark isn't directly on selling. Indirectly, it might work, but the main emphasis is on helping. You're giving a tip. You're sharing a life hack. You're showing a technique that will help your ideal customer make themselves a bit more comfortable in terms of the painful problem they're struggling with. That's value to the person who's in pain. That will help to build trust in your brand. That's what compels people to follow your account instead of repelling them away after just consuming one piece of content. Your account's feed is just stocked with so much goodness. It's a resource they don't want to have fall off their radar. Now, you're not stressing about your content. With every piece of content, it's like another net you're casting out to attract more future clientele to you. Your branding vibe attracts the future customer tribe, and there's plenty of people out there where your offerings will solve their problems. So if you post enough properly optimized pieces of content, you will show up in search and or as a suggested piece of content in someone's feed. You're confident that there's plenty of business out there and you behave that way. You're not creating content ever that complains about lack of sales. Support a small business. We're in trouble because the economy is hard. That sort of thing. That is way too needy and desperate. If people aren't buying your offerings with your relationship marketing and or through your straight up sales-based content, then you know what? A piston in the engine block of your business isn't working, and you need to analyze what you're doing and see what needs to be fixed or otherwise addressed. Make sure that you move forward with your content marketing in a way where you're confident, you're detached from the outcome as you publish your daily content on social media, because the right people will find you, the wrong people won't vibe with you, and that's okay. They weren't buying from you anyway. You're not begging for sales. You're providing value. You're earning loyalty through content consumers building up the know, like, and trust factor, and you're confident that once they're ready, willing, and able to, the right people will buy from you. You're top of mind with your content. Your social media accounts don't have a layer of digital dust on them, showing people new to your accounts that you're some sort of sloppy business owner or that you're a hobbyist. You're not worried about publishing content because what if that piece of content doesn't work? Maybe it will, maybe it won't. You'll look at your analytics versus your content, see what the data is trying to tell you. You'll make adjustments and iterate and evolve your content marketing to win over more people over time. People are attracted to those that serve them and help them solve their problem, get out of pain and into pleasure, and enjoying the outcome they're seeking. It's not hard. You don't have to sweat it. You just have to do content marketing on the daily and get better at doing the thing by doing the thing and learning. It's simple. No desperation needed on your part. And thank goodness it's a turn off anyway. Now, if you're like, I need help with my content marketing, it's not working, then check out this next video that YouTube thinks you'll like. It'll help.